There it goes again. I did not initiate slideshow. Hey guys, what's up? This is Dr. Aeronautics, and today we are going to cross the country. We're going west. So what we're going to do this episode, I'm all ready. All it's going to be is an exploration, I almost said mission, episode. We're going to ride the train out to its far terminal that we have it right now. And we're going to walk down this line that we've already plotted, and then we're going to continue on uncharted territory. We're going to make, in whatever way we can, for Westport, which we've explored by boat, and we're going to mark the areas where we want the transcontinental railroad to go. So that means we're going to be trying to avoid water and mountains and that sort of thing. We're basically going to be plotting a route. The episode will only show the trip there because else it will be too long if we go all the way back. So we're going to get started. And the first thing we have to do is make up for lost ground. The current plan has the railroad being as far north as this area here, where the canal entrance is here. So we have to try and climb back up to the distance, and actually we might be able to tell. No, we're still going to be south of Westport, but the goal is when we get onto. Now, which map is it? I think the goal is when we go off the second map, we want to be as far north as the western, where the peninsula separates from the land, which should be about here. So we want to try and make up this ground here, and then we're going to continue climbing north and then revert. That's the path I want it to take. It's going to go roughly up the middle of the land. That way it's halfway between where the boat can access and where the train can access, and all this in here is evenly divided. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. One thing to mention. Okay, it's afternoon. So I can actually use this time for a little bit of explanation. We have our 4 maps here. The one we're on now, the second one here, and the third one, and then of course the last one with Westport on it. So what we're going to do is wait for sundown. You can see I've taken the maps off the map wall there. We are going to need to do something because we are running out of room. And that was a joke at first, but now it's not a joke. I have emptied this chest out for it to collect stuff while we're gone. This entire double chest is devoted to tin. This entire double chest is devoted to copper. This is all for like valuable stuff. And then we have wood, that's going to fill up quickly. And then we have petroleum, which is also going to fill up quickly. And I found out that, thank goodness, we can condense coal blocks because this chest was about to fill up completely. So we got lucky there. But what we're going to need to do is try and get a sorting system. We need to get... actually, this actually works. Okay, so when I get back, all I need to do is just add in a bunch of more diamond pipes, and then we can have sorting systems. But then we need a storage facility, because we're going to run, as hard as it is to believe, we are going to run out of room on this level. And unfortunately, unlike the lower levels, I didn't make it 3 high, so we can't have hanging chests, and it's just not going to work. So we're going to need to use our trains to get stuff out of here. So yeah, and here's the thing. For some of the projects that I have, one of them requires 3 double chests of copper ore. And remember, we said we were going to build something we wanted in Gigapolis, the farthest part in Norsden land, but because it's flat, it's the only flat area in Norsden land devoid of trees, that's where we're going to make it. So we have to transport 3 double chests, that's 6 chests worth of copper, to Gigopolis. How the heck are we going to do that? I'm not going to make 20 trips to Gigopolis. That's where the train comes in. We have to use the train. It's the only way to get that much materials to Gigopolis effectively. We could try boat, but the problem is the flat area that we needed near Gigopolis is not near the coast, and I don't want to make 20 trips from the boat. So we're going to make the facility right next to the train station. We're going to have it come straight in, and that's where the assembly facility will be. Now then. Plus, it's faster. So I'm bringing a bed to Westport. We're going to collect wool on the way to Westport. And I have 3 stacks of dirt that we're going to use to mark the transcontinental railroad. We have extra water, we have coal, we have a stick, which means we are ready to wait for nightfall, which is upon us right now. So the journey will be approximately 3,236 miles, or meters in the case of Minecraft. But the scale which we're using has that a meter to a mile. And the first maybe 500 will be covered by rail. The rest will be on foot. Also, I wanted to try and have a pistol or something that we could use on our perilous adventures west, but sadly the only thing closest enough to that is the fragmentation grenade, which creates those irritating creeper holes in the ground, which I so much hate, and the frag grenade, which sets the forest on fire. So we're kind of stuck to bow and arrow, and we're going to have to figure out a way to mass farm arrows, because I can't 14. If I use bow and arrow to combat enemies to Westport, we'd run out of it more than less than a third of the way to the journey. Departure day. We have awoken. So we're going to take the train out now. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything, because unless it's critical for anything, I'm not going back for it. Here is the ground level. We're going to go ahead and walk down the lane to the train station, as opposed to taking the subway, because I have yet to develop a new device. In addition, the machine to build the tracks, I've deemed it not worth it, so we're not going to build it. Instead, we're just going to manually lay the tracks. It's more fun. I won't spend too many episodes doing them on camera, because it will take far too long. So here's the train. We're full of water. We're going to go ahead and reset the brake and give it some fuel. The heat level is building up. I still want to know how to set the destination. I'm going to wait for the train to warm up, and meanwhile, 3,225 miles. Warm. The journey starts now. I'm really pushing it this episode because we need to try and get as far as we can west before sundown. I expect the journey non-stop. We're going to be making stops, and I expect the journey to take 3 days and nights. That's non-stop. We're going to stop for the nights, which is going to stink, but we have to do it. We'll never get there unless we do so. And so the whole time when I'm on foot, I'm going to be collecting wool from these sheepers right here. And soon after getting back, I'm going to look into making a faster train. So we should not have a quarry overflow this time, as we've created new chests to prevent that. Here's the quarry station. We're making good progress. We're within 3,000 meters of Westport now. Don't walk in front of my train. You will get hurt. Don't walk in front of my train. We are at the end of the line. So it's on foot from here. We'll be leaving the train for a long time. So now it's on W45 for the remainder of its existence. Let's find the map. There we go. It's this map here. So we're now out on W45, and we're going to follow W45 as far as it goes, and then we're going to follow the planned railroad from then on. I'm making as fast as I can, but we're going to definitely slow down when we get to the construction phase. I mean the planning phase where we haven't been. All right, the end of W45. So now we're on the planned route of the Transcontinental Railroad. When that plan ends, our journey will slow to a crawl. Again, still moving as fast as I can. And I've stocked up on plenty of food, which I think I forgot to mention, but I have plenty of food. If worst comes to worst, I have a fishing rod and a fishing pole. So as long as we're not in that dry, grassy area that we discovered at Gigopolis, we should be good, because there's water almost everywhere in Norsden land. Still following the plan, marked by these chunks of gravel and chunks of dirt when the gravel runs out. There's our first sheep. We're going to go ahead and collect some wool from... Don't you dare. Oh. I like it when I get them right before they eat, because then you get 2-for-1 sales. We should be approaching Moon River Town now. Has not come onto the map yet, but it should soon. See, it's a good thing I brought this... this stuff, because, I mean, look at all the wool we're getting right now. And this wool is going to come in handy later on, when we do some more construction and projects of sorts. But we can't hit them all, because we have to keep moving. We're crossing the next channel. Man, where is... Okay, finally, Moon River Town has come onto the map. It's farther than I thought. We're about 2,400 miles from Westport, and it's now 2 o'clock. We're moving at maximum speed that we possibly can. Perhaps it would have been a smarter idea to use the boat, or at least collect it in my inventory so that I could place it in situations like this. For we are now at Moon River Town, and it's 3 o'clock, which is bad. So here you can see the train is supposed to continue as a floating dock through the through Moon River Town. We're going to have to figure out some sort of material to use as the floating dock. I'm not sure what we can use, but it needs... we can probably use wood. Hopefully there's some sort of a creosote versioned wood that we can use that is weather tight, because wood rots quickly in the water, and we have trains on it after all. So we need to make sure that the weight can withhold. And in situations like this, I mean, it's going to be on the ground, so we will have to be concerned with it anyway. We're now moving off the second map, which means we are approaching the latitude of New Venice. Or I should say the third map, because here we are on the third map. Why aren't we marked on the map? We should be on the map now. Why are we not on the map? Okay, we're off this map, which means we should be... There we go. We're on this map now. I think there's a glitch with the difference in... Right, okay. So here's the plan right here. Moving further west and... oh, shoot. It's going to get dark soon. Right. So where does it go after this? Oh, shoot. This is the double mark. This is the end of the plan right here. Let's figure out what our latitude is and figure out how far I need to go from there. For the last hours of daylight, I'm going to collect wool from sheep. I'm not going to bother pressing on here because this is the end where the journey slows. I'm going to try my best to prevent it from slowing, but we have to do our best to stay on track of the Transcontinental Railroad plan. That is to service the middle of the continent. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm going to dig a shelter, and then I'm going to stop the video. While I'm sheltering in place, I am going to check the plan while night moves on, and that will take care of the time. So we'll go ahead and light the place up, and I will come back with the recording in the morning. Okay, so it's near dawn now. So what I did was I took a look at the railroad map and the schedule of locations that I want the railroad to be on. We've already passed through this location, the intersection of lines 4 and 1. We passed south of it. But we're not yet to this intersection, well, not intersection, but this main turn where the line goes north. So I'm going to aim the line to reach this point here, and then we're going to follow the point system. So we're actually not that far off. We're just a little bit south of where we need to be here, which just means that this long line here of increasing latitude will just be a little bit longer. So it's about morning now, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare for... No, it's not quite as much as morning as I thought. But still, we'll go ahead and plan it up. So the next point that we're going to try and reach is going to be x negative 601 and z negative 6463. If we hit that point dead on, then we will be exactly where the plan has this location here to be starting to curve up. And then we'll be on the plan, which is perfect. So we're going to aim to get very near to the plan, but we're not going to break our back. We're not going to break our back just to get precisely on target, because it could be that that location might be in the water, and that's useless. But from what I can tell, there's a peninsula that winds its way up northwestward, and we're going to follow that one. So it's just about dawn now. Okay, we're out. And looks like minimal trouble, which is good. Oh dear. Oh, dang it. See, now I'm going to have to waste some of my precious dirt to fix that. Sorry about that. Stupid land scars. I hate these things. Okay, after that huge detour, we're ready to move on. Now, the question is, where's the last planned... This is one block. I think it actually got destroyed in the explosion, which is stupid as hell. But oh well. Okay, so we move on here. I can see now that peninsula does actually go somewhere. Whoops. This is going to be one block now, because the 2 block signals to me that the plan does not move on. That's funny. You're trapped in a pool of crap. Not my problem. Okay. Right, so we're going to go north now a little bit to here. The great thing about doing this is I don't have to switch to my railroad map, and I can just do the plot of the own map. Okay, so then this is going to go here. And this here. And it's negative 6463. Yeah, we'll call it there. I mean, we're like, what, a block off? Not a problem. And we'll just cut across this shallow thing here. Not much of a problem. And just also because it's so close, I'm actually just going to declare this a 1-block turnover. We'll go right there. And I love the abundance of sheep in the interior of Norsden land. It's fantastic. In addition, I also have to keep my maps going because we're on new territory now. And negative 601 is where we begin the turn northward again. So we just hold this latitude. Great news. We're about to pass within 2,000 meters of Westport. And here is the dimension here. Our next target is going to be... let's actually go ahead and add it as a waypoint. Our next target is going to be negative 969, negative 6, 6, 6, 7. Negative 969, negative 6667. Yep, that's the next one. We're going to go ahead and delete that target once we've gotten to it. But that's basically where we're aiming for next. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the current trajectory right here and start heading northward. And I guess I'll go ahead and plot the exploration map on the way back because I don't want to waste time doing this kind of stuff. We're finally off this map for good. So we're going to go ahead and continue the journey. Here we go. Oh, look at all the solid ground. We're finally on, like, legitimately solid ground that we can actually go on for a long time. And I want to try and minimize these turns because every turn we have, at least with a high-speed vehicle, should we create one, we have to slow down. And that stinks. So here's our next turn. That looks like a river of some sorts. I'm not sure if we're going to need to cross it, but for now we'll just head west again. 1,905 meters. It does appear that we will have to cross the body of water. So we're going to head north again. And that's going to really confuse me if I see that. That actually helps me, actually, because I don't need to place that now. I was actually going to have to place that there. West again. Let's do that instead. Take a look at the map so that we can continue the exploration. That's rather interesting. It looks like there's a channel that goes straight through to the west, unless... Yeah, it looks like it breaks there, but if I were to connect all these channels, I would have sort of an interior path that goes as far as this biome does. Okay, and then there's this bridge, which I presume is probably going to be like a not a causeway, but like a what do you call those ravine bridges that go across? My oh my, there's sheep, so many sheep. We need to make this like a national sheep reserve or something. Jeez. I'm gonna have so much wool now. It's so great. Wow, I have a stack of wool. Excellent. I almost want to make this a national monument. Okay, so we crossed the water. Once we resurface up here to the top, I'm going to make a turn, and we're going to regain ground northward. I like how flat it is right here. We won't need these maps again, at least on the journey. I don't want to throw them out. We're actually heading towards the tundra, which is rather interesting. Right, so we'll go a little bit further north, just to clear the top of this river here, and now we will turn west again. Boy, there sure is an abundance of sheep on the interior of Norsden land. Okay. We're approaching the next target. I can see it there, so I know what I'm going to do now is going to make a turn here. We're going to cross another thin piece of water. Or actually, no, we're going to go through land, and I'm happy to see that rubber trees are actually quite common in the interior, which means I won't mind cutting this down when it comes time. So I just now realized this is actually one of the first actual journeys of the interior, because from up until now it's just been on the coast. We're actually gauging. Looks like there's a large lake over there. We're actually gauging oh shoot! We actually arrived prematurely at the target latitude because. Oh well. Let's just say that we've been going northwest for a long time, so it's finally time that we go due west. And I don't see any problem with cutting through this water. Again, shallow. No problem. So we're continuing on a very straight path. Straight as an arrow, as they say in railroad speak. And I like that, because this will be the high-speed sections of our lines. Okay. So here's the next turn. We're going to go ahead and remove the target. Remove that one. Yes, remove. Okay. And I will set the next waypoint while the video is paused. I hate it when it does that. Okay, so the next target is this intersection here with line 5. It's just over 400 meters away, and we can go nearly straight onwards if it weren't for the problem of water. Okay, we'll make for a crossing here, again pulling up the map so that we don't lose track of where we are. See, and then when we're laying the railroad, we'll know approximately that it should lie within that line there. And I'm actually wondering, uh-oh, it's dusk. I'm beginning to wonder where the stupid swamps will end. We're more than halfway across Norsden land now. We're well into to western Norsden land, and there's still no end to these crazy swamps. We've nearly crossed 2 maps now worth of them. They're everywhere. But it's better than having something nasty like a jungle everywhere. Okay, so we're going to put down for the night. I'm going to go ahead and do the sheep thing, collecting all the wool, and then I'm going to duck and cover for the night. I just now realized we are slightly closer now to Westport than New Venice. By about 120 meters, it looks like. We're beginning to get there. Now, Gigopolis is still a while off, and that's why there's a line 6, which is supposed to go down to Gigopolis. Because there is quite a separation between the two. We're coming up on morning again. The 2 wool blocks at the bottom there is my night counter. So far, we've been going 2 nights. And from what I can tell, we're going to reach Westport nearing the 4th night. So if we're lucky, we'll only spend 1 more night. Although, hopefully sooner rather than later, we're going to near a biome change. Because, you know, we want to take the scenic route, so we don't want to spend all the time in the single biome. That's, whatever they call it. Oh shoot, it's going to do that now. So I'm going to lose track if it's on the hotbar, which kind of sucks. I'll put it next to the bed. That will remind me. This can go off the hotbar. Okay, so we're making for that target over there, which is the intersection of lines 1 and 5. And again, 5 is the north line. Right, so we're getting close to water, but it seems there's no way across it, so the trajectory that I'm on right now seems to be doing well for now. Hopefully, the large area of water there is rather shallow, and it will be easy to cross on just like a land bridge or something. Okay. Although it does not appear this way. Note to self, the sheep in this area walk in a very weird way. Keep an eye out for uranium. Also, don't sleep here. Ooh, yay. No, my night counter again. Why does it always want to choose the one that I pick? Okay, now it's this one. Good. Yeah, I'm starting to get sick of the swamp. I hate how you have to keep on crossing these huge areas of water. So this is going to be a very long causeway. And I don't like that it's 2 meters deep here, but at least it's 1 meter over there. Because then we can just lay a bed down for the railroad. It's easier, at least. So we'll go ahead and do this to mark that we're going to go ahead and lay a bed down here. We're also nearing the target, which is the intersections of lines 1 and 5. And I hope it's on the land, because I really don't want to have to deal with it on the water. And what the heck? More and more water. Can we get some solid land, please? We're nearing the west coast, actually. We're probably within like 100 meters or something. Not 100. 1,000 meters or something. We're going north again. There, at least it's on an island. But other than that, this is ridiculous. It's not even shallow either. There is going to be so many bridges, it's ridiculous. See, what's worse now is, not only does line 1 have to go on this water, but this is the intersection with line 5, which means line 5 also has to go on the water itself. What is that? That's a pig. Right, so to symbolize that this is an intersection with line 5, we're going to go ahead and do that. And that weird structure will let me know that this is the intersection. So I'm going to pause and create the next map. Now the problem is, line 5 goes this way. And it's a long way across the water. A long way, like 100 meters. Jeez. Give me a break. Next target. Okay, next target is over there. We're running out of dirt soon. Yay. Even slower. And the next target is going to be this turn here, where we begin to go north again. And I should hope by that time we leave the crazy swamp, because we've been going 2,000 miles in this swamp. What swamp on earth is 2,000 miles across, do you ask? None, because this is Norsden land, which is different. I was hoping it also had difference in its own, but it appears not this way. And this causeway is going to be so long that we're going to need to go onto the land and actually go southwards again. Oh, biome change. This is it, finally. Finally. We're going to be coming on the railroad, and then we see that great big hill. That looks like redwoods. I think we're switching biomes now to the redwood biome. Which is good, because this is just about when I wanted the biome change to occur. So we're going to go ahead and make for this island now. We're going to have a cool path right here that leads straight up to the redwoods. So all this water here finally ends in the uplift of the redwoods. And we'll go up into the hill and turn right. This is going to look really cool when we actually have it. When we actually construct it, it's going to look really cool with the turns that we're going to have through there. So I can see the target now. This is going to be confusing, but there we go. I guess that works. Up the hill, and then we're going to turn to the right. It's going to be a little bit confusing marking the... We may have to switch material now because the ground is becoming uneven. As expected, because this is indeed the Redwoods biome. So we have... Wow, we have 1,000-mile redwood forest. If this is the same forest, and it goes all the way across... think of that. 1,000 miles of redwood. I don't even think California has that much. Okay, I need to gauge what kind of hill this is. Because we're going to have to... That's going to be a tunnel. So now what we're going to do in this case is bore straight into the earth. And we're going to use cobblestone now to mark our path. Yay, free coal. Current rules for the railroad have a tunnel as needing to be 3 by 3. But for now, we're going to dig a preliminary tunnel of 1 by 2 so that I can get through. I hope we don't run out of the pit, because that would suck. Ah, okay, and there's the other side now. So this is a perfect use of a tunnel, because we just avoided that going up through there. See, this is why I wanted a new biome, is because we had tons and tons of hills, and now it seems like we might have tons and tons of tunnels, which is, in my opinion, even better, because that offers protection from the environment. In addition, the speed of the railroad will slow down as movements are more difficult now, and I don't think I'll be able to reach by Westport by the 4th night. But it is a little bit easier to navigate through, and it appears that the marker is underground, which is okay, but still to note. So we now have the biome change on the map finally, and it's close to the beginning of the 3rd map. We're going to spend our 3rd night any moment here in the Redwoods biome. I don't think they'll mind if I do that. Okay, and this is close enough. We're going to call it there. This is the next point. So, it seems the sheep are all gone. We're in a different biome now, so we might have bighorn sheep or something. But now we have to spend the night. So I'm going to dig again. No sheep this time. And this time, I'm going to reset the locale for us to go next time. So the next waypoint is on the map. It's right there. It's pretty close. And I've named it so I don't forget where I am. That's the junction with Line 6, the southwest line that goes that direction down to Gigapolis. Also to note, look at how eerie the redwoods appear in the moonlight. It's rather interesting. But now we have to long wait until morning, and then we set off, which will be a problem because there's probably going to be mobs hanging under the redwoods after night. The goal is within a day, the 4th night, to reach Westport. I don't think it's going to happen because the terrain is so extreme here. So it appears that it's dawn now, but we have a problem. There's mobs outside. Okay, good, we're up. And it was fairly safe. And we also collected a redwood sapling in the process. Not that we need one, because we have 64. But it would be nice to collect a fir sapling, indeed. Okay, continuing on now. So we can go ahead and get rid of that so that it doesn't confuse me as the end. And we're going to continue on now. Oh dear. We'll just go down. There we are. You weren't supposed to make that noise. Okay, whatever. So we'll just go down here. That's going to be a steep section of the line. Oh, shoot. See, now, that's line 6. But unless there's a valley in there for it to... yeah. Problem. Line 6 is supposed to go off right here. But I think in this case... yeah, for sure. We're going to do differently than the plan. That's going to be junction line 6, because there's no way we can get... I have no idea what's on the other side of that mountain. There's no way we can try and get over that unless you can tunnel through it. And I don't want to deal with it. So we're just going to continue this way. It means we need a new landmark. This next point is very far away. So now we're going to do that pass thing that I explained about. This is where we look for the lowest possible place in which to place our rail. What the... That looks like a natural... Not natural. That looks like a man-made arch. I'm not even kidding. Man, what is it with land heights around here? They're so extreme. It's kind of cool, though. Speed limits will be very low in sections like this because the land is inherently so dangerous. See, and by doing this, I actually gain some grass as I go on. And then we're going to have to do something about this. So we'll go ahead and add in the next turn. Unfortunately, though, it looks like I'm still going to run out. And I don't have tree capacitor, so there's no way to get a quick amount of wood from the redwoods. Okay, continuing on now. A rubber tree in the redwood forest? That's... oh, no, I hope we're not going back to... oh, we're about to go on to the final map now. We're getting very close. And we're making good progress as well. And it's becoming a little bit easier now to navigate. These are fir trees here. I was going to say, is this still the same biome? It is. It looks so different now. It's like actually flat, and there's places where the sunlight can get in. I don't want to do that. One thing I don't want to do is take down a redwood tree. Number one, it's a natural resource, and number two, it takes so long. Okay, so the ground's getting a little bit rough again. So now we have to figure out which way we want to go. And it's that way for sure. I'm not even going to bother marking the path here because it's so blatantly obvious. Oh, look out for this guy. You better drop that now. He didn't drop it. As I was saying, it's so blatantly obvious that we're going to go this way. I actually don't need to go up anymore now. I can just go over for some distance now. And we're out. So I guess now we're going to switch to cobblestone. Oh, shoot. Oh, please don't tell... Oh, man, we're going to have to go back. Just barely. We're going to have to go a little bit back so that we can get a smooth... There we go. We're getting close. We're getting really close now. It looks like we might be within 700 miles of Westport. But we knew that already because we were about 1,000 miles away earlier. So I don't mind taking that fir tree down. Okay, pastime. This way. We have to go that way. It's the only option. I'm now going to switch to landmarking instead of direct path. I don't see why there's any reason why we need to do direct path. Except when it gets confusing. Yeah, see, this is what I was concerned with. The forest is so dark that mobs aggro. Okay, I'm going to try and cut through here now. We need to be making more towards that point because that's a critical point that we need to get to in order to properly go through on the railroad for proper service. Interesting landform here. It's kind of rocky, like a volcano. So speed limits are going to be very low in here because of the constant twisting and turning. We may just end up going back to dirt. Okay. Now this goes down. And we're approaching it now. It actually looks like there's actually good footing for it. But we do have to prepare for a... Oh, you know how cool it would be if that went straight through the mountain? Something tells me it's about to get dark. Oh shoot, I waited too long to open the map again? Alright, yeah, it's getting dark. Alright, we need, I guess we need to find shelter now. Will this do? Oh my gosh, it goes through. Let's use it. Man, I'm excited. Okay, so I'm going to barricade myself in here and maybe do a little bit of mining of the coal, and we'll be back in the morning. Okay, there's a problem. They don't call it rainforest for nothing. It's almost day now, but the problem is it's raining. And the fact that we're in an already very dark forest does not help. It is quite hard to see, but we have our night vision because we've been down here for the night. Okay, so to signal that we're going to go ahead and take the path, go ahead and do one there, and then from there, it should be plain and obvious that we're going this way. Whoa. That is crazy. Steep hole there. Oh. I got the angle wrong. Okay, the next waypoint is over there, as you can see by the closest one, called top of railroad heading down. So we're going to that now. Oh shoot, that's a problem. These guys are doing something confusing. And that was exactly what I didn't want you guys to do. Can't blame the forest, though, because it's a rainforest. It's supposed to rain. Oh no. Okay, I've got the coordinates wrong, apparently, due to math errors. So I'm gonna have to change the orientation. My hope is that we can dig a tunnel through the mountain here, but I'm going to have to go around to see what that looks like. Okay, I started climbing when asshole number 730 appeared. He dropped down from the tops of the mountain. Okay, there was no good way to tunnel. The mountain is thick, which is a problem. So now we're going to have to figure out what to do. As it isn't that high in places, I think we should actually try and go over. I think it might be possible. So one of the other skeletons that I got gave me a steel helmet, which is great because I lost my osmium one. So that was good. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to try and make up there. Just do a little bit of terracing. Just to remind myself that this is the way to go. I think we're going to go over this one. I think it's the only one so far that we've declared we're going over. But there's just no good way around it. So I'll put the next marker down. Oh, geez. Where does this go? Okay, just around. So this isn't much use. Okay, let's continue going this way. We'll be going up the side of the mountain here. And we'll backtrack as well. Oh, great. We were probably just better gone through on, but oh well. Look at it the positive way. We're taking the scenic route. Oh shoot, that's gonna mess. Sorry. That's gonna mess with my logic. See, I see that and then I'm gonna think that's a marker. Why are there always skeletons? Ah, it's a way down. We're going that way. Hopefully we'll reach Westport on the 5th night. Yeah, my coordinate system was way off. put one there. And then I gotta put the next one where I'll find it. Go down around here. The next one there. And then we'll have to transition to dirt again. We'll make 2 high stacks because otherwise we're just going to get too confused. This is interesting. It appears that someone is dammed. It looks almost like someone dammed up a creek or something. Now we can use sand temporarily. Actually, on second thought, we're actually below the harbor. So we can go out to the, or make out for the bay now. Outwards, I should say. So let's put the next one here. Hey, it cleared up. And good timing, too. Oh, shoot. Good timing, oh, no! I swear, they've changed the, tolerance levels on that. I'm gonna have to fill this in. It's too close to Westport. You made it do that. Okay. Oh. Oh, that was in great shape. Okay, this is the last one. Oh, and these double redwoods make for a great gate. So we'll go straight down. Here we are. We're going to make it by the 5th night. It's straight on until dusk now. That's cool. And there's the buildings. We've just done it. We've just crossed the continent by land. We've done it. And that does it. The entire transcontinental railroad has been marked. And we're at Westport now. So that was the main goal of this episode. Next episode, we're going to... I thought a little bit about it. And you know how you can put wood into water and it floats? The air is just like water. It's just a lot less dense. So balloons float. Let's just make a giant balloon. That's going to be next episode. We're going to make a giant balloon. See you guys next time.